Some animals enter our lives when we least expect them. Odie was one of those animals. He appeared at a truck stop in Oregon, walked straight toward us, and somehow became part of our family. We weren't looking for a cat that day, but Odie seemed to have already decided that he belonged with us. We had stopped to stretch our legs when a skinny cat suddenly approached. He didn't hide or run away. Instead, he rubbed against our legs and looked up at us, as if he trusted us from the beginning. He had no collar, and it was obvious that he'd been alone for some time. We asked several drivers if they knew him, but nobody recognized him. We had never traveled with a cat before, but leaving him there didn't feel right. My husband looked at him and simply said, "We can't just leave him here." So Odie climbed into the truck with us. At first, we thought we were only helping him temporarily, but Odie quickly made it clear that he had other plans. He explored the truck confidently and soon met our dogs. We expected him to be nervous, but he wasn't. He walked around as if the truck had always been his home, and before long, the dogs accepted him too. It was almost as if Odie had been waiting for a family like ours. He also adapted to life on the road incredibly quickly. Every morning before we were ready to leave, Odie would already be sitting near the dashboard, staring through the windshield. He looked so serious that we sometimes joked that he was the boss of the truck. "Odie, are you ready to go?" He always seemed ready. Once the truck started moving, he knew exactly where to stay. We taught him that the driver needed to concentrate, and he understood the rule almost immediately. He would settle down and quietly watch the scenery passing outside. But Odie wasn't just watching the road. He was watching everything around it. Sometimes he would suddenly become interested in something outside the window. He might stare at one spot for several seconds, and whenever he did, we started paying attention too. More than once, he had spotted a deer, a fox, or another animal before any of us noticed. It was almost like having a tiny wildlife scout inside the truck. As the miles passed, Odie became more than a passenger. He became part of our routine. At rest stops, he would come outside, explore the area, and then return to us. He enjoyed discovering new places, but he never wandered too far. He always seemed to know his family was. During long drives, Odie had another favorite habit. He would find a comfortable spot, curl up, and fall asleep to the sound of the engine. Sometimes I would look over and see him sleeping peacefully while the highway stretched endlessly ahead. It was hard to believe that this same cat had once been alone at a truck stop. When we stopped for the night, Odie would wake up and start exploring again. He liked sniffing the air and checking out unfamiliar places, but he always stayed close. If we called him, he came back. It showed us just how much he trusted us. At some point, we stopped thinking about finding him another home. There was no big conversation. Odie simply became ours. Our cat, our little road companion. People sometimes ask how we can travel with a cat. I understand the question because not every cat would enjoy this kind of life, but Odie seems perfectly comfortable. He enjoys watching through the windows, being around us, and discovering something new whenever we stop. The truck has become his home, and the road has become part of his world. Sometimes I think about that day in Oregon and how easily we could have missed him. We could have walked back into the truck and continued our journey. If we had, Odie might have disappeared from our lives forever. Instead, he walked towards us. We stopped, and everything changed. Odie found a family, and we found a companion we never knew we needed. He made our long drives more enjoyable, our stops more interesting, and our journeys more memorable. Now, whenever we're preparing to leave, Odie is usually already waiting near the front. He watches us get everything ready and then takes his usual place, as if he's checking that we're doing everything correctly. I look at him and smile. "All right, boss, shall we go?" He simply looks toward the road, and somehow that's enough of an answer. Odie isn't just the stray cat we found at a truck stop anymore. He's our family, our traveling companion, and our little lookout who has turned ordinary road trips into unforgettable adventures. I'm grateful we stopped that day, because sometimes the best things in life aren't planned. Sometimes they simply walk up to you, rub against your legs, and decide they're coming along for the journey. If Odie's story touched your heart, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more touching and inspiring animal stories.